Rooster Teeth News is brought to you today by Hulu Plus. Hulu Plus lets you watch thousands of hit shows anytime, anywhere. Get an extended free trial when you visit huluplus.com/roosterteeth.
What's up, guys? Merry Christmas Eve. I'm Ashley Jenkins, and Warner Brothers has teased an upcoming Batman Arkham-related announcement for New Year's Eve. The most recent game in the series, Batman Arkham Origins, released in October this year, and Warner Brothers has previously said to expect new story-based content next year. So chances are pretty good the New Year's Eve announcement will hold a reveal of just what they have planned. However, there is a slim chance that they could take this opportunity, while every other PR and marketing guy is getting fitted for their party hats, to announce the next game in the Arkham series. Origins was developed by Warner Brothers Games Montreal rather than Rocksteady, who put out Batman Arkham Asylum in 2009 and Batman Arkham City in 2011. And Rocksteady has been running dark for the last 2 years with no other announced titles, so it wouldn't be a stretch to guess they're working on the next entry. The big question then is whether they're ready to talk about it or whether they'll wait until Origins finishes putting out all of their content. Probably the latter, but either way, new Batman news is good news. Next up, Elder Scrolls Online's lead PvP designer Brian Wheeler has opened up with a ton of new details about how the player versus player combat will work in their upcoming MMO. He shares that the PvP area, which takes place in the Kingdom of Cyrodiil, will take about 30 minutes to traverse north to south on foot, and because that's the same territory players will have covered if they played the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion, it'll look very much like that, though more spread out. PvP will run in campaigns that span about 3 months, and the rules for scoring can be altered or tweaked based on player feedback. We have the ability to make scoring changes and duration changes depending on player needs, and we'll analyze how scoring goes to determine if we need alternate rule sets with different duration, scoring, but also if we need to add player-level restricted campaigns or not, Wheeler explains. He also shares that players will be able to sneak up on each other and execute surprise attacks, but because some network latency is unavoidable, it's not a matter of pinpoint accuracy as you might be used to in single-player stealth, and there will be opportunities for ambush players to execute dodges and other escapes. He explains, skill is a tricky thing to measure, as when most people talk about skill in Elder Scrolls, it's referring to headshots with a bow, blocking, power attacks, or dodging at the right time. In Elder Scrolls Online, we have many opportunities for players to show their skill, as we also have blocking, roll dodging, and sneaking up on enemy players without getting detected. The Elder Scrolls Online will be a prequel to previous entries in the series, and the first to feature multiplayer. It takes place 1,000 years before the events of Skyrim and 800 years before the events of Morrowind and Oblivion. Daedric Prince Molag Bal takes on the role of antagonist as he attempts to pull the continent of Tamriel into his realm. The game will release on April 4th for PC and sometime in June for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Finally, Zombie Studios, the development house behind Blacklight Retribution, has told gamers what to expect when their PS4 free-to-play shooter moves from beta to full release. The game launched on the PlayStation 4 on November 15th, albeit in beta form, and they're now getting ready to wrap that up and move into full release mode. First off, you'll keep all the purchases you've made, either with Z-Coins or GP, and you'll also keep your character's progress. Z-Coins are the in-game currency you can purchase with real money to spend on equipment and items. Not only will you keep all the Z-Coins currently in your in-game account, but all the Z-Coins you've ever spent in the beta will also be refunded into your account so you can spend them again. And you still get to keep whatever items you initially spent them on. The full version of the game will also feature trophies which are not yet implemented in the beta version. And that's the news today. What do you think the new Batman Arkham announcement will be? Let us know in the comments below. Then check out roosterteeth.com tomorrow for the Christmas episode of our gaming podcast, The Patch, exclusively for our sponsors.